So today I'm going to be doing a quick video tutorial because yesterday I was making a review of the WL Toys Q323, which is a Wi-Fi video quadcopter, and as I was doing the review the app crashed and it was recording video from the quadcopter and it saved the video as a corrupt file, so it didn't finalize the file. And this is something that often happens to me whilst doing reviews, and usually I just have to put the video out there without any flight footage, which is no good. In that particular scenario I actually recorded some more video, but I managed to rescue the video when it crashed, and this is how I did it. I spent an entire day trying to figure out how to use it with various apps, and nothing really worked except this method, and it's a bit of an unusual method. It uses a command line piece of software which I don't really like. So you need 4 things for this, and it's only going to work with MP4 and MOV really. Usually I tend to find that when an AVI becomes corrupt, it gets lost anyways, and the file that is created is usually 0 kilobytes. So you can't do anything with that, but you can see here, this video here, it has data in it. So I always thought we must be able to rescue it, but it's not recognized by any of my editing software or anything, so it needs to be fixed. So you're going to need 4 things. You're going to need something called recover_mp4, and I'm going to link all of this in the description so you can check it out. You are going to need something called Mbox, and this is an exe file that you have to install through this other exe file here. None of this has got any viruses, so you don't need to worry about that. Then you're going to need a piece of software called Yamb, again I'll link that below, and you're going to need a working file. Now I found this to be pretty easy because when I was doing the review I made another video and this is a working file here. However, I guess if you don't have another file to compare to, you can just go out, fly a quadcopter, or if you are trying to recover, say, an MP4 on an Android device or something like that, just go out and shoot some more video, because what this is going to do is take the header from a working video and place it on the one that isn't working to finalize the video, and that's how it works. So sadly we're going to need a command line prompt. So if we go into here on Windows 10 and type in CMD, then enter, this is the command line. Now I hate typing stuff, so we need to get into this directory. So the way that I do that is I type CD here and then space, and then just drag one of the files in here and then delete off the file name, and then that should get us into this directory. Now the recover_mp4 comes with some English instructions and they aren't very clear, which is why I thought I would make this tutorial. I think it may help some of you guys when you have corrupt video. I know it doesn't happen that often these days, but with some of these toy grade quads it happens often to me. So the first thing that we need to do is take our working file and analyze it. So if you see here, I have modified this text here, so recover_mp4, and then this is the working file. You can see there, that's my working file, ends 343. So I just changed the name of it there and it says analyze. So if I copy that there and then go into the command line and then paste, it's going to analyze that video there. And then what we want to do is come down here, and again I have changed the recovery file, so you can see here it now says recover_mp4, and then this is the file name here. You can see that's the broken one, it ends in 750, and it's going to smush the two together, technical term there. And what that's going to do is create a recovered.h264 file and recovered AAC, so that's your video and audio stream. So if I just copy this one now and then go back to the command line prompt and paste that in there and enter, you can see it's doing stuff. So another technical term there, doing stuff. Right, now if we come down here, you'll see it has created recovered.h264 and recovered.AAC, and actually if I double click on this, so I've set it up to associate that file, you can see we have a video. There we go. But if you go ahead and just rename this to, I don't know, MP4 or MAV or something like that, it's not going to work. So it'll just come up as a black screen, and my editor still doesn't recognize that. So even though there's no audio on this track, we're going to need to smush these two together, and we do that using this Yamb program here. Now, Yamb is a GUI, which means that it takes other DOS programs and has created a front end for it. So you have to go into the settings here, and you have to locate where MP4 box is installed. So that was this one here where we installed it. In fact, if you open this up, it's got a bunch of other stuff bundled in. I unselected all those and just selected this MP4 box here. So that's the only thing that you have to link up there. It's a little bit fiddly, but trust me, it works. It saved my bacon when it came to this review here. So if I now click back here, I can go to creation and double click on here, and then what I can do is I can drag in this H.264 video here, and you can see it recognizes it. Now it's not going to let me drag in the AAC because it's 0 kilobytes, there's nothing there, you can see. But if I just call it here recover.mp4 and then press next, oh okay, I have to go into the properties here and set the frame rate and also the aspect ratio as well. So I'm going to select 4:3 because that is the aspect ratio of this video. And for the frame rate, I'm going to take my working file, and if I go on to properties there and details, it'll tell me the frame rate, which is 25 frames per second. So if I go on here and type in 25, then that should be okay. So if I do next now, it should save the video. So there you go, I can press finish and exit that program, and then if I open this one, I have got my working video. It's saved! So there you go, that is my tutorial on how to fix a broken MP4 file. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.